Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach.
That one took a minute. It's not a Shabbat Shalom. It is a Chag Sameach.
That's right.
We are going to begin our service this evening with Al Shlosha Devarim, the second song on page 642.
Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Ha'olam omed, Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Ha'omed, Al HaTorah ve'al Avodah ve'al Gemilut Chasadim, Al HaTorah ve'al Avodah ve'al Gemilut Chasadim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Ha'olam omed, Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Ha'olam omed, Al Shlosha Devarim.
We are going to begin on page 389, or continue on page 389. May our eyes sparkle with the light of Torah, and our ears hear the music of its words. May the space between each letter of the scrolls bring warmth and comfort to our soul. May the syllables draw holiness from our heart, and may this holiness be gentle and soothing to us and all God's creatures. As we are going to turn back in a moment to page 385 for candle lighting. But before we light the holiday candles, you will see there is an extra candle over on the table at the moment. It's over there. Because it is October 23rd, but on the Hebrew calendar, it is the beginning of Simchat Torah, which is the Hebrew yahrzeit of October 7th. So a reading, and then we will light the yahrzeit candle in memory, and then we will continue with our festival lights. We are well practiced in hoping. For over 2,000 years, we've continued to hope for a better reality, for a better future. Even in the darkest days of the past year, even in the deepest depths of pain, the voice of hope continued to sound within us for the return of the hostages, for the recovery of the wounded, for the rehabilitation and renewal and the possibility of creating a better life for ourselves, our children, and for the entire region. Despite the dark moments, we continue to strive and hope in prayer and in deed, in faith and in action. As we light this candle tonight, the eve of Atzeret Simchat Torah, we remember the dances that were not danced in synagogues a year ago, and the dancing that was so cruelly interrupted. We recall the moments when our hope almost faded, and we will draw from our ancient tradition into our hearts the strength of hope, that we may yet see peace in the land and everlasting joy for its inhabitants. It's a brand new box. My match broke. That was close. Pages 385 and 384. Bless all who enter this sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love. As we continue now, thank you, turning to Chatzi Kaddish on page 392.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה באמן יברך חירותה וימליך מלכותה בחייכון ויומכון בחיי זכר בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן יהי שמי רבה מברך לעולם לעולמי עלמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי קודשה בריחו לאלה מכל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן ביעלמה ואמרו אמן ברכו את אדוני המבורך ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד.
Please be seated. Turn Torah and keep turning it, for everything can be found in it. Keep your eyes attached to it. Spend your lifetime in its study. Never budge from it, for there is no better way of life than this. Praise to you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim.
ואהבתך תסיר ממנו לאור עמים ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשותם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
When your children witnessed your dominance, they praised your name in gratitude, and they accepted your sovereignty. Moses, Miriam, and all Israel sang to you together, lifting their voices joyously.
מי כמוך באוהלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות, אוסף אלה, אוסף אלה, מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקי הים לפני משה ומרים, זה לי ענו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, וגאלום יד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גיא ישראל. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים. ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ולשלום, מעתה ועד עולם. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים. העמידנו שומרנו לחיים.
Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim.
וידבר משה את מועדי אדוני אל בני ישראל.
Continue on page 468, and I invite you to please rise.
Ananana svatay tiftach, ananana ofi yagi teilatecha, ananana ananana svatay tiftach, ananana ofi yagi Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה, אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה, אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל. מחכה חיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לישני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
Please be seated. We continue on page 480. Our God and God of our ancestors, be mindful of your people Israel and recall our merit for good and grace, and in loving kindness and compassion for life and peace on this festival of Atzeret Simchat Torah.
זוכרנו אדוני אלוהינו בו לטובה.
Amen. This day remember us for well-being.
אמן. ופוקדנו בו לברכה.
Amen. This day bless us with your nearness.
אמן. והושיענו בו לחיים.
This day help us to a fuller life.
אמן.
Amen. Near the bottom of page 483. Our God and God of our ancestors, as dew descends, let light illumine the earth, let blessing restore the earth, let joy and gladness abound on the earth, let song resound on the earth, and with goodness and sustenance deliver us on earth. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh Yisrael v'hazmanim. Find favor, Adonai, our God, with your people Israel, and accept their prayer in love. May the worship of your people Israel always be acceptable. God, who is near to all who call, turn lovingly to your servants. Pour out your Spirit upon us. Let our eyes behold your loving return to Zion. Blessed are you, Adonai, whose presence returns to Zion. Baruch atah Adonai, hamachazir shechinato l'Tzion. Our ancestors acclaimed the God whose handiwork they read in the mysterious heavens above and in the varied scene of earth below. In the orderly march of days and nights, of seasons and years, and in the checkered fate of humankind. Lift up your eyes, look up. Who made these stars? Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulecha na'eh lehodot.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata melech Adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata melech Adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. B'tov enecha levarech et amecha Yisrael. בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. תשים אדוני, המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום.
We take a moment for quiet personal prayer and reflection.
עושה שלום במרומה, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן. היי לה 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 שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן ואמרו אמן ואמרו
A year ago, we gathered to celebrate Simchat Torah, completely unaware of what was about to unfold in Israel. We sang, we danced, we focused on the joy that only Torah can bring. And then we awoke on Simchat Torah morning to breaking news out of Israel. Tonight, another year gone by, we gather again. As has been said before, we read Torah every year, over and over and over again, not because the text changes, but because we ourselves change. With every experience that we live through, the people we meet, the stories we hear on the news, the history that unfolds every day, we read Torah differently. We have to keep learning, keep studying, because our relationship to these words and the insights that we gain from them will continue to change each and every year. That's why we do this again. That's the beauty of Torah's age-old message that somehow is ever new. This whole past year, we've come to the text with a new understanding of our connection to Israel. For some, a newly realized resonance with a homeland where we don't physically live. For some, a newly discovered discomfort with a homeland that is also a modern military power. For some, we've come to the text with a new uncomfortable sense of vulnerability as a people. We've approached Torah with a sense of urgency, unity, fear, love, and about a million other feelings that we didn't have about this text when we celebrated on Simchat Torah Eve a year ago. We can approach Torah in so many different ways over the coming year. Certainly, we can join together Shabbat evenings and holidays where we generally share words from the weekly portion. There are many, many, many different email lists and podcasts and websites that share new messages of Torah every week, connecting them to whatever is going on in the world. There are Torah commentaries in book form and online to allow for reading and discussing and studying on our own. And there's our weekly Shabbat study minyan, of course, where starting this Shabbat, we're going back to the beginning, starting a new cycle of reading. On Shabbat mornings, for many weeks to come, probably many years to come, we will read through Torah slowly, discussing it line by line, verse by verse, trying to understand the details of this foundational text of our people. Some will join us just about every single week. Others will join sometimes. Still others will join once in a while. All are welcome, regardless of background knowledge or religious history. We nosh, plenty. We study text. We get to know one another through the words on the page and through our shared commitment to learning and studying just a little bit more. New people are always, 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 always welcome. None of us knows, though, what this next cycle through the Torah will bring. That is both the joy of Torah and the power of it. Whatever the world brings our way, these words will be here for us to teach us new lessons, even in their familiar old stories, and, no doubt, in some of the less familiar stories that will suddenly and unpredictably become relevant over the course of our next reading. I look forward to celebrating Torah this evening, even as we remember last Simchat Torah and the horror that it contained. I look forward to getting to know this text yet again with so many of you as we step into our new Torah cycle, not knowing yet what this year may hold and what lessons and joys the text will reveal. Now, in a moment, we will take out all 10 of our Sifrei Torah, and we will celebrate, accompanied by or led by our band, who will play us through our various hakafot. One thing that we're going to do a little bit differently this year is there's one Torah after the first hakafah. That Torah is going to sit down because our dancing is a little bit less this year. Even as we want to celebrate Torah, and even as we are really commanded to celebrate Torah, we also know that our dancing is a little bit less. So after that first hakafah, one of our Sifrei Torah will sit down, just as a reminder and as sort of a visible presence to all of us that because we are thinking, I know that many of us are thinking about it, it's on our minds, it's in our hearts, and so it will also be in our space. If you are carrying a Torah and it gets too heavy and you would like to pass it, by all means pass it, and certainly between hakafot we will pass the Torahs, but even before that, if you are ready to pass the Torah along, absolutely do. If you need someone to grab it from you, lots of people in this room are happy to do so, all right? And if someone hands you a Torah and you don't want it, you can politely decline. That's okay too, all right? Any other guidelines before we begin?
I think that's it.
All right. Fantastic. We are going to loosely be on page 494, but we're not going to really stay there for very long.
We're going to sing Kimitzion over and over.
Yes. And then those who are holding Torahs in the first go-round, as we rise, we are going to invite you up to get a Torah. So please rise.
Let's put it
Yep, perfect.
מציון תצא תורה, כי מציון תצא תורה, ודבר אדוני מירושלים, ברוך שנתן תורה, תורה, ברוך שנתן תורה, תורה, לעמו ישראל, בקדושתו, כי
I know, it's so cute. You got it? Wanna take the crown? Got it? Torah, Torah, Torah. It's a hefty one. You got it? I need three people at the other arc. Stay here. You guys stay here.
שנתן תורה, תורה, לעמו ישראל, בקדושתו, כי מציון תצא תורה, כי מציון תצא תורה, stay here, ודבר אדוני בירושלים. Come on, here back for a second. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Echad. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Torah, 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 ציווה לנו משה. Torah, 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 ציווה לנו משה. Torah, 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 ציווה לנו משה. Torah, 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 ציווה לנו משה. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ad kan hakafa aleph. That's the end of the first hakafa. We're about to start the second one in just a moment. So if you'd like, find somebody to take a Torah. One of the Torahs is going to go to Phyllis Dorf, and then Phyllis is going to sit in the chair up here. So as we begin the second hakafa, starting now.
You want one?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Take your time. Go ahead. I'm going to help you find somebody. You're going to sit.
Adkan hakafa bet. The end of the second hakafa.
So we're going to pass Torahs off again, unless you just got it, which is fine.
Somebody would like to take the Torah from
If someone wants the sitting Torah, you can come up and sit.
Come up over here if you'd like to take it. And we're about to start
Get me to take it?
the third hakafa. So, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You had it all. Oh, she had it. I can take it from you. I'll find somebody.
We start to put the Torahs away. Lo yisagoy goy cherem, lo yilmedu ach milchama. 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 Lo yisagoy goy cherem. ייסגון אל גוי חרב, לא ילמדו עוד מלחמה. לא ייסגון אל גוי חרב, לא ילמדו עוד מלחמה. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. ויבוא ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. ויבוא ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. Please be seated.
Right? And as we catch our breath, so we are going to read first from the end, the very end of Deuteronomy, and Isaac is going to be chanting for us. Last Simchat Torah, Isaac celebrated becoming bar mitzvah. So this year he gets to chant again. And if you would like to follow along, we will be on page
1427.
I was almost there. 1427. And for the Aliyah, for the end of the Torah, we are going to call Ben and Paul, who were our volunteer wranglers.
Instrumental.
Also our volunteer wranglers for the High Holy Days. And so we are giving them the honor of this Aliyah for Simchat Torah as our period of High Holy Days comes to an end. So Ben and Paul, we're going to invite you guys up.
יעמדו אריה יוסף בן אברהם ושרה ובנימין דוד בן יהודה וקמלה לעלייה ראשון לספר תורה ראשון. יעמדו. There it is.
Blessings are up here.
Hold this one. You guys get to hold this one open. And hold that open. And you can take this. That's where it's pointing. Here we go. Here you go.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Umoshe ben me'ah ve'esrim shana b'moto lo chachata eino v'lo nas lecho vayivku b'nei Israel et Moshe be'arivot Moab shloshim yom vayidmu yemei vechi evil Moshe b'choshua bin Nun Ma'ale ruach chochma ki samach Moshe et yadav alav Vayishmeu elav b'nei Israel vaya'asu ka'asher tziva Adonai et Moshe velo kam navi od b'Israel k'Moshe asher yida'o Adonai panim el panim l'chol ha'otot v'chamotim asher shelacho Adonai la'asot be'eretz Mitzrayim L'faro u'lechol avadav u'lechol artso.
There's a tradition for the last verse of the Torah for everyone to rise.
U'lechol chayad chazaka u'lechol hamora hagadol asher asa Moshe le'enei kol Yisrael.
Chazak chazak v'nir chazek.
Chazak chazak v'nir chazek.
That's right there, the last word. We do the end lesson.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tocheinu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Moses was 120 years old when he died. His eyes were undimmed.
Please be seated.
Thank you. And his vigor unabated. And the Israelites bewailed Moses in the steppes of Moab for 30 days. The period of wailing and mourning for Moses came to an end. Now Joshua, son of Nun, was filled with the spirit of wisdom because Moses had laid his hands upon him, and the Israelites heeded him, doing as the Eternal had commanded Moses. Never again did there arise in Israel a prophet like Moses, whom the Eternal singled out face to face for the various signs and portents that the Eternal sent him to display in the land of Egypt against Pharaoh and all his courtiers and his whole country, and for all the great might and awesome power that Moses displayed before all Israel. So that we can see the very end, I know we saw it also on the Torah cam, but so that we can see in front of us the words that Isaac just chanted from the very end of the Torah. Miles is coming up, is that right?
Miles and Sarah, yeah. So,
All right.
Amon Meir Levi ben Baruch v'Chazan Chanachaya Chagba Tamot Sarah bat David v'Yakira Gelila l'Sefer Rishon.
With our Sefer Torah, we invite you to rise.
Okay. Ready?
Oh boy. Zot
HaTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai beyad Moshe. Yismechu hashamayim, yismechu hashamayim, yismechu hashamayim,
I can help you through it.
v'tageh haaretz, yismechu hashamayim, yismechu hashamayim, yismechu hashamayim, v'tageh haaretz, yiramayam.
Hang on, we got
Yiramayam,
three more things.
Yiramayam, Omelo,
That
Yiramayam,
around.
Yiramayam, Yiramayam, Omelo, Yismechu Hashamai,
And put this one.
Hashamai,
Yep, it goes on
Yismechu
both
Hashamai,
Good job.
Yismechu
And then it gets a
Hashamai, V'tageh haaretz, Yiramayam, 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 Omelo, Yiramayam, 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 Omelo, Yismechu Hashamai, Hashamai, Yismechu Hashamai, Yismechu Hashamai, Etage Haaretz, Yismechu Hashamai, Hashamai, Yismechu Hashamai, Yismechu Hashamai, Etage Haaretz.
And because we would never want to leave here having finished the Torah and thinking like
That's
there was
it.
any way that we were done, now it is time to begin again. So we are turning back to Bereshit in the beginning. If you want to follow along, it is on page 19 in your Chumash. And for this Aliyah, we are going to invite up anybody who, since the start of the pandemic, has read Torah. It might be that you became bar or bat mitzvah here or anywhere, or celebrated Kabbalat Torah, and then you read from the Torah, or became Anshe Mitzvah, or that you read on the high holy days, or for birthday. Anybody who has read from the Torah since the beginning of the pandemic, come on up and join in for this Aliyah. I know, we got lots of people, and it's beautiful. And it doesn't have to have been here. If it was at a different synagogue, that's okay too.
Joe, why don't you come up and hold this open?
This is
Great.
I love this.
All the way around. And a little closer is good too. And take this and touch where he's pointing. Easy to find. It's the first letter. And together, a rousing blessing. Baruch Adonai Barach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Barach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz ve'haaretz hayita tohu vavohu ve'choshech al pnei techom beruach Elohim merachefet al pnei hamayim. Vayomer Elohim yehi or vahi or vayar Elohim et haor ki tov vayavdeo Elohim bein haor uvein hachoshech. Vayikra Elohim laor yom velachoshech kara laila vayehi erev vayehi voker yom echad.
Yam param 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 param. 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 So stand up one more time. See if you can get it. Yam param 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 param. 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 Excellent. Okay, the end blessing. Together. Baruch
atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam atah b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. And before everyone goes back to sit, Camp DeBrash, take a good look at the people still sitting. This is your challenge for the coming year.
I accept.
All right. Thank you all, and thank you for giving us your voices and your words of Torah as well. We appreciate it. the cover. Yes.
Oh, yep.
I was getting there. When God was about to create heaven and earth, the earth was a chaos, unformed, and on the chaotic water's face there was darkness. Then God's Spirit glided over the face of the waters, and God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And when God saw how good the light was, God divided the light from the darkness. God then called the light day, and called the darkness night. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day. And then, so that we can see these words in all of their beginning of the Torah glory,
we are going to call up Andrew Appel for Hagba and Sharon Grinker for Galila. Ya'amod Aharon ben Moshe ubatya Hagba l'sefer sheni Ta'amod Shoshana bat Yehuda Chaim Yehudit. Right. Galila l'sefer sheni.
please rise.
Okay, you ready?
Are you doing the crazy flippy thing? Oh my gosh.
Taught. V'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai b'yad Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe.
Thank you.
Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe.
Oh, okay, great. We are going to call Dan and Linda to come and carry Torah. I hear, I don't know if this is why they're carrying it tonight, but it is their 30th wedding anniversary today.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic.
So Linda, I'm going to give you this one.
That's phenomenal. So, what is it? Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, hawala, hawala, amen. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, hawala, hawala, amen. Al haTorah ve'al avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al haTorah ve'al avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, hawala, hawala, amen. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, hawala, hawala, amen. It is a tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. It is a tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. Shalom, 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 shalom. בתומכיה מאושר. שלום, 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 שלום.
Yep. We're going to stay standing. You guys can go back to your seats. But we are going to stay standing and turn in our Sidurim to page 586 in the middle of the page for Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו יגויי הארצות, ולא שמענו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם בחלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר לארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים מבעד, ושכינתו זו בגובה מרומים. הוא אלוהינו, מלכנו וזולתו, חכתו בתורתו, וידעת יום והשבת אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא אלוהים בשמיים ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד.
Let the time not be distant, O God, when all shall turn to you in love, when corruption and evil shall give way to integrity and goodness, when superstition shall no longer enslave the mind, nor idolatry blind the eye. O may all, created in your image, become one in spirit and one in friendship, forever united in your service. Then shall your realm be established on earth, and the word of your prophet fulfilled. Adonai will reign forever and ever.
ונאמר היה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Our thoughts now turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. As it is not Shabbat, we do not have a weekly list to read this evening. We certainly remember those far, far too many people whose yahrzeit is observed, first yahrzeit is observed tonight, who were killed on October 7th. If there are others you are remembering in particular on this day, please share their names with us. Fran Myers. Anybody else on Zoom with a name? Okay. We turn to Mourner's Kaddish on page 598. And I invite you to please rise. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. Be'alma divara chirutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayachon uv'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lamei al maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yit hadar, v'yit aleh, v'yit halal, shemei dekudsha, b'richu, la'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, Da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen.
Amen.
Yehei shlama rabam in shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen.
Amen.
Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen.
Amen.
May the one who creates peace on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, to all the world, to which we say,
Amen.
Amen. Please be seated. And as I did not ask anyone in advance to do announcements tonight, you are stuck with my doing a quick announcements.
I have a quicker announcement before your quick
please
announcements. So because we have the band, let's get a big hand for the band. We thought we might change the closing song to Salam. So if you can try and find in your binder, Salam Revisited, we'll eventually end with that.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So you took my first announcement, which was thank you to the band and to Kenna Barash for putting the band together and conducting the band. And let's see, we also want to thank Bob and Will, I think, who are doing our AV this evening. Will somehow was in here before, but I believe he's back upstairs. So he's magical like that. So thank you for doing our AV, and to Larry for all of the sound. And thank you, I believe it was a group effort tonight. I think it was Norm and Sherry and Malman and Tamar Kalber and Brian Figus. Some combination were greeting this evening, I think. So by all means, thank them as you return your Sidurim on the way out. If you have flags, there's a bin for flags also by the door. So it would be great if you'd return them there if they're intact. If they are not intact, please throw them away. And in addition, tomorrow morning is still Simchat Torah. Our service begins at 9:30 in the morning. It will also include Yisker, as it is the holiday where we do one of the holidays where we do Yisker. So that will happen tomorrow morning, starting at 9:30. As you heard, we are starting again with Study Minyan this Shabbat morning. So we would love to have people who have, if you've never tried it, always welcome to come and give it a try. We start at 9 on Shabbat mornings. And there are, let's see, oh my gosh, there are so many things coming up. This Sunday at 10 o'clock, our community shlicha, Noah Gerasi, is going to be leading a screening and then discussion of a documentary about October 7th called One Tank in Nova. So if that sounds interesting, please come and join us. It'll begin again at 10 o'clock. It'll finish by 11:30 to pick up and take home children if you have children in religious school. There are lots more things. Torah Tots is this weekend, should you know a 2 to 4-year-old who might want to come and do a project. We have a group coming already, and more are always welcome. That's also Sunday at 10 o'clock. And look in your service bulletins. There are many, many more things than you want me to stand up here and talk about, but the reason we print it is so you can take it with you. And after our service concludes, we will do a Kiddush and Motzi-ish. I think it's honey cake. I think it's honey cake, not challah, which is why I say that. In the sukkah for one more try in our sukkah this year. It will be relatively brief, so it won't be too cold, hopefully. And okay, Andrew says it's beautiful out. He has the door open and he's
especially
standing
if you've been
by it.
dancing and you're probably a little
Right,
warm. So.
exactly. So I think that's it for the moment. We are going to conclude our service tonight, apparently, with Salam.
With Ojev Shalom Aleinu on page 657.
I've talked for long enough for you to find the page number. Thank you. Mission accomplished. All right, bottom of the page, 657. Please rise and remain standing for the benediction.
1, 2, 3, 4. Shalom aleinu ve'al kulam, salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam, salam, salam. salam, salam. Oyava shalom aleinu, oyava shalom aleinu, oyava shalom aleinu ve'al kolam. Oyava shalom aleinu, oyava shalom, oyava shalom aleinu ve'al kolam. Salam aleinu ve'al kolam, salam, salam, salam aleinu ve'al kolam, salam, salam. Oyava shalom aleinu, oyava shalom aleinu, oyava shalom aleinu ve'al kolam. Stick around.
And sometimes our instruments and our voices joining together is all of the benediction that we need. Chag Sameach.
2, 3, 4.
A reprise.
Yeah, go ahead. You can do it. Go ahead, Will.
Okay, give it your hug and I'm gonna. Yeah, well,
Nice again.
I thought I was getting wine.
That's juice.
Juice. Oh. Okay.
Come on in, everybody. For kiddos. Joe, Michelle.
Hi, mister.
Thank you for dancing, guys. That was great. Bob, we were trying to get you to. That's why I was pointing over there. It was like
I never saw that.
I was pointing to say.
No,
And what were you
They were
putting in?
dancing. The two of them. Were dancing.
Oh.
So cool. During the one time while the Torah's away, you were like focused on.
You should have just said it out loud.
Bob, focus on
Yeah.
dancing.
I think that
It should be grape juice, the white grape juice, red wine. It's really hard to tell out here. You see, because I got. Ah. Come to this side, and then you can see this side is great. That's pretty.
Where is it? Here's for the holiday. Here's. Come on in, it's not so bad. We're gonna start with the Kiddush. We have some people to mind. Okay. Good to see you. Okay, here we go. You want to have some? Here we go. I was gonna say December. Here we go. Asher b'charban migolam, v'romaman migolashon, v'gidushan v'mitzvotav, v'tibenanu, moadim l'simcha, v'agim moadim l'sason, and yom ha'shmini chag ha'atzeret hazeh, zman simchateinu mikra kodesh, zeher yetziat Mitzrayim, v'ivanu v'charta, v'yatanu kidashta, Mikohanim, Umadek Machacham, Simcham Sason, Hinhatanu, Baruch Atanu, Nekadesh Israel, Hazmanim, Baruch Atanu, Eloheinu L'chalam, Shehecheyanu, V'giyanu, V'higiyanu, L'Hazman,
We got it. I was told it would be honey cake. Yes.
It is honey cake.
I never got excited about honey cake until this year.
Honey cake, where'd that come from?
We can say, well, name is a note together.
Like struggling here. Okay. It's good.
You pass it around. Hashemaya.